In this season of The Final Pitch, we introduce an entirely fresh lineup of investor judges hailing from diverse arenas, each equipped with their distinct perspectives and own unique lens to size up this season's entrepreneur hopefuls. These are the investors of The Final Pitch. First up is Henry Aguda, convener of GoDigital Pilipinas and president and CEO of UnionDigital Bank. With his vast experience in digital transformation and empowering entrepreneurs, Henry brings an innovation masterclass perspective as he takes on his seat as an investor judge.
We joined The Final Pitch because everything that I do in my several pursuits align with the mission of The Final Pitch. It allows people an inside view of how startups work. It also aligns with our advocacy with the private sector initiative, where we need to increase entrepreneurship in the digital space in the hopes that more people will get into those startup industries that are badly needed. We want companies whose founders are like-minded entrepreneurs like our company in UnionDigital who want to change the game. Not just to disrupt, but be able to solve problems. Our mission is basically to elevate lives and to fulfill dreams. Those are the companies that I'm looking for.
Next up is Rico Bautista, president and CEO of Etiqa Philippines. He is an insurance industry rockstar and is well-versed in assessing risks and identifying opportunities for growth.
Etiqa Philippines joined The Final Pitch because we believe that we need to empower the small and medium entrepreneurs. The movers of the economy of the Philippines now, really it's the SMEs that are moving our economy. So we want to make sure that we help the economy of the Philippines by empowering small and medium entrepreneurs with their desire to be able to find a solution to a particular problem. We are there as Etiqa Philippines, as an insurance company, in helping these aspiring and budding entrepreneurs to fulfill their ambitions and dreams.
Next is a distinguished addition to our lineup of investor judges, Her Excellency Laure Beaufils, the British ambassador to the Philippines. Her wealth of diplomatic experience offers a fresh perspective to the Final Pitch investor judge roster.
When I was invited to come on the Final Pitch as a judge, I was incredibly excited from the outset. It was so obvious to me this was a big opportunity for us as the UK Embassy to show your public a lot more about the UK. We have a $1 trillion tech industry, 145 tech unicorns, alongside China and the US, the top 3 players in the world. Our tech companies want to partner with innovative, visionary, dynamic tech entrepreneurs and tech companies across the world and in the Philippines in general. This is a perfect example where I see the talent and innovation in the UK and matching the talent and innovation in the Philippines. So my job is partly as an ambassador to create those bridges and make those people come together and to convene these conversations.
And also joining later on is His Excellency Ilan Fluss, Israeli ambassador to the Philippines. Hailing from innovation powerhouse Israel, his insights will be invaluable to startups and entrepreneurs.
Coming here as an ambassador, I have a vision, and that's what I call creating bridges of innovation and technology between Israel and the Philippines. Israel is a global hub of innovation. We develop a lot of technologies, a lot of solutions. So what I'm trying to do is to connect between innovation and this kind of thinking in Israel. So I'm looking for this innovation, for this extra new thinking. I'm looking to companies who will do good for the Philippines, that have opportunities here, that they can really bring a change.
And finally, we welcome the president of Pantheon Holdings, Brian Paul Llamanzares. He leads a dynamic team of young business investors that boasts a diverse portfolio spanning across retail, services, media, and the digital economy.
It's nice to have built this group of companies over the years, and being on Final Pitch was really the culmination of it. We've been doing this for how many years? It's no different from what we do on a daily basis with people pitching. So being on Final Pitch is just like being at home, but with cameras. We wanted to meet more entrepreneurs, people who we can help, and let them know that, yeah, it's not easy, but if you stick with it, it could work out, right? As long as you have the right mentors, the right advisors, you'll make it. You just give it time. There are a lot of businesses that took time. You may not shine today, you may not shine tomorrow, but stick with it and you'll shine in the future.
Hello, investor judges. Welcome to the final pitch.
For this season, the Final Pitch edition is the Final Pitch Season 9 Open Edition. For the past seasons, we have always been entertaining a lot of tech startups. And because we are listening to our audience and to the startup community, really what they're looking for is an opportunity to also showcase their businesses, even if it's not tech related. And so we thought it best to have the Final Pitch Open Edition for the 9th season. We have like a wider variety of different entrepreneurs and startups. We have so many different kinds of verticals within the show for this season: brick and mortar, traditional, or tech startup. For this season, Okada Manila opened its doors for us again. The partnership allowed us to have a beautiful backdrop for the Final Pitch Season 9, which is, I feel like, the most exciting season yet, and we could not have had a better partner other than Okada Manila.
The partnership between Okada and Final Pitch, I think, is a really good opportunity for us to be exposed to some of the new innovative ideas that are around, and also a great opportunity for the contestants to work with the biggest integrated resort in the country and a global brand, so they really will have the chance to get their name out there and get the exposure through us and through our network of people. It's also nice to be able to showcase our property to the other investor judges. It's wonderful to have you all here. We're very proud of what we have here. We're proud of the facility and the hospitality that we can offer to you, so we hope you're having a wonderful time here, and it's nice to have you all back. There's so many things at Okada that everybody can enjoy, and I think that's why it makes it such a really good venue for Final Pitch to also partner up with.
Up next, investor judges, if you're ready. The final pitch begins now. Hello, investor judges.
Hi, John.
Welcome to the final pitch. The four of you represent different sectors of society, different industries, and, well, in this case, a different country. We have specifically chosen you because this season is quite special. This is the Open Edition. The economy has opened up, the country has had a semblance of normalcy. This is the time to back exciting entrepreneurs across industries, and this season we are going to be seeing a lot of those. Henry, you are a very accomplished executive, but you are also the new kid on the block. You head a company under the Union Bank Group and also a private-public partnership with the government. You cross different boundaries and you have trailblazed in what you do. What do you hope to accomplish with your participation here on the final pitch?
Well, John, I want to find the most exciting entrepreneur with a vision to solve real-world problems and hopefully make some money out of it.
Okay, so GoDigital Pilipinas, what you plan to do is quite ambitious. Give me an idea of what this show can provide in terms of support?
Well, John, GoDigital Pilipinas is a broad-based, multi-sectoral movement that wants to push digitalization in our country. And the show will help us find the best entrepreneurs that could solve problems in our country. So this is a fantastic opportunity for us to push entrepreneurship in the tech area and beyond.
Rico, you famously say that you were bred, fed, and educated by insurance. You also lead the biggest insurance association in the country. I think you are here for something bigger than insurance. You are here to achieve something quite special. What is that?
John, as you know, in the Philippines, really the penetration rate of life insurance is only around 2%. My goal is that to be able to continue to push, protection on people and understanding the importance of insurance, because at the end of the day, it's all about us protecting our lives and protecting the assets that we value most. So I'm looking really for entrepreneurs who will be able to partner with us in pushing forth what we are doing in insurance. But at the same time, just like what we're saying in our own company, we want to make the Philippines a better place. And that's a mission that we would like to push forward.
Ambassador Laure, you are His Majesty's ambassador to the Philippines. I'm still not used to saying His Majesty. You are here for a reason. You've been here 1.5 years, but still a long way to go for your term. What do you hope to accomplish here in the Philippines? And also, I'd like to ask, what do you want to accomplish with your participation here on the final pitch?
So there's so much I want to do in the Philippines, John. Our relationship between the UK and the Philippines is growing every day. I want to make sure that we've continued to work hand in hand with the Philippines to address some of the world's biggest problems, such as climate change or such as pandemic preparedness. I want to work with the Philippines on significant issues like regional peace and security. And I want to grow our people-to-people ties. I'm looking for that great idea, but also for the people, the talent, the innovation that can partner with the talent, innovation, tech savviness in the UK. We've got a great tech industry in particular. It's a $1 trillion tech industry with 140 tech unicorns. They're looking for collaborations here in the Philippines, and that's what I'm here to do.
You know, that same spirit of collaboration is something that is very deep with all of you. But apart from collaboration, I think legacy is equally important. And I feel that with you, Brian, being the youngest investor judge we have here, your legacy is quite different because, let me just put it out there. Your grandfather is Fernando Poe Jr. Your mother is Senator Grace Poe. But you've struck on your own. You are not into entertainment. You are not into politics. You are first and foremost an entrepreneur. Brian, why are you here on the show? And what do you hope to accomplish here on the final pitch?
Well, John, first, thank you for having me here. But I'm definitely here for the entrepreneurs, the young entrepreneurs that will be joining our show. I'm really excited to help them in terms of their business development and their marketing. It's really an opportunity for me to give back because the last entrepreneur in our family was my grandfather as a filmmaker. So I really had to learn from scratch. And whatever I learned, I want to be able to help new entrepreneurs with their journey.
And it's a journey that we will all be taking in the next few days. We will be hearing from an incredible lineup of entrepreneurs who will be pitching to you. After these 2 days, you will be picking who you would like to potentially work with and partner. And hopefully, this will birth a very beautiful relationship, a very progressive, and I hope you said you're looking for the money, right? And something that's going to be profitable for you as well. So this is the Final Pitch Open Edition. I hope that you find your future partners here on the final pitch, and I wish you luck. Investor judges, if you're ready, the final pitch begins now. Up next.
At 2 years old, my son was diagnosed with autism. When we heard that news, what I felt personally was anger. I was blaming everything and everyone. What will happen to my son moving forward if ever he grows up or if I die?
The topic of autism is personal to so many people.
I was very lucky to have a dad like you, Vince. I think I was very touched by that story.
All right, guys, we are at Enbu. Wow, very nice. I am so hungry. This is Japanese Wagyu A5. It's really good. Frozen sangria.
So good, I can have a lot of these.
So you know what I like best about this? It's the experience of the service of the people here. I think it's the anticipation of what you need and going beyond the level of service that, you know, normally we just take for granted. That's one of the best things about staying here in Okada Manila. So Medley Buffet, definitely one of the best buffets I've ever eaten in. Looking at the spread, you have everything. Fresh seafood, carving stations, dessert was to die for. So what can I say? This was a treat. Whether you're on a date or with your family, after this big meal, good night Manila. Hello, investor judges.
Hey, John.
Welcome to day one of the initial pitches. So today we will be presenting to you amazing entrepreneurs. They come from different industries with different businesses, some ideas, some already making serious cash. So ladies first, Ambassador Law, you are a diplomat, and that is something that we're not used to on the show. In fact, some of these entrepreneurs might look at you as their way to maybe expanding outside of the Philippines. With that in mind, do you think that is something that would be possible given that you represent the UK?
I think anything's possible, John. I'm here to find talent, innovation, great ideas, and then really to be a bit of a matchmaker where possible and appropriate, right? So there's so much talent here, and there's a lot of creativity, talent, innovation in the UK. The idea is to put them together and ensure that those really great ideas that come out of today have the opportunity to access not just the Filipino market, but the British market as well.
Right. You know, before banks were brick and mortar, and now anyone can do business with anyone from anywhere at any time. And Henry, that's what you have spearheaded with UnionDigital Bank. Coming into this, do you think there are ways for you to actually work with some of these entrepreneurs that will be pitching their ideas?
Well, John, the problem of financial inclusion is so big that I'm willing and are looking for partners who would want to focus and have solutions to fix the problem. So definitely a big yes for me.
And Rico, you're the insurance guy. You've been there, done that. I'm sure a lot have also pitched insurance-related ideas to you. Is there anything out there that you feel would be a very big opportunity for the insurance industry to get into?
One of the things we are looking for is really how we can expand even more the insurance penetration rate here in the Philippines. And if there are entrepreneurs who will be able to help us do that, that would be very interesting. For these budding entrepreneurs, we would like for us to have an opportunity to be able to cover some of them because it gives you peace of mind when you have that financial protection covered.
Definitely, I agree 100% with that. That is something that you're trying to change in terms of the mindset. Insurance is a very important, I guess, consideration. So Brian, you're making a name for yourself. You've been quite busy doing your book tours, your, I guess, other guestings, but you're not in show business. You're actually an entrepreneur. For those who would like to work with you, I know that you have your hand in a lot of things. What is going to be the most interesting entrepreneur who can pitch to you in the next 2 days?
Well, John, as you're familiar, we at Pantheon Holdings, we have an ecosystem of businesses. Everything from retail to education to crypto. I'm looking for companies that solve a problem, but also fit into that ecosystem of businesses. So if it's a business that we feel that we can develop further, handle the marketing for, grow the networking for, then it's a business that we may look to partner with.
So with that, I'd like to start things off with the first entrepreneur, and I'll call them in right now.
I am Mark Maley. I am the Chief Learning Officer of Milo. I used to be part of the Philippine Taekwondo demonstration team, and it was the pool for the national team for Taekwondo 100 pounds ago.
I'm Vincent Rocha, CEO of Milo. I used to be a football player when I was in college. Now I'm the ball. Our concept is something personal, something human. People tend to understand it deeply because it happens. In fact, this is something that happened to my family, to my son specifically. My son has autism.
We will deliver because we cannot fail the children. We cannot fail the parents. We have no choice but to deliver whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Hi, Mark, Vince, Rico.
Hi, John. Hello. Hi, John.
Well, Direct Mark, you are a famous director. You're used to being on that side, now you're here.
Yeah.
I think it's about time that people learn more about this thing that you are introducing to the Philippines.
So we came up with Milo, which is a video streaming app to aid children in the autism spectrum so that they can learn better.
And as I understand, Vince, this is very close to your heart.
So this is actually a very personal issue for me. The reason behind this project is because of my son. So his name is Noah. He was diagnosed with autism at 2 years old.
You are the first entrepreneurs this season. The judges are waiting. Good luck.
Thank you very much, John. My name is Mark Maley. I am a filmmaker and I am an educator, and I'm the Chief Learning Officer of Milo.
I'm Vince Rocha, founder of Milo Speech Buddy. We are asking for 5 million pesos for 10% equity for Milo Speech Buddy. So aside from being an entrepreneur, I'm a father to my son, Noah. He's currently 6 years old. And let me tell you a story. At 2 years old, my son was diagnosed with autism. When we heard that news, what I felt personally was anger. I was angry at myself. I was angry at my wife. I was angry at my genes, my ancestors, everything. I was blaming everything and everyone. After that anger was acceptance. When we accepted the fact that my son has autism, the problem solver within me already thought of ways on how to have an early intervention for my son. Here in the Philippines, there are 1.2 million diagnosed autistic people. From that 1.2 million, we only have 700 speech therapists. We're fortunate because we were able to book a professional. We are fortunate because we can afford a 1,500 peso per session, which is done 3 times a week. So the next question is, how could a normal Filipino afford 20,000 pesos? So it's technically impossible. The next question is, for the parent is, what can I do? I can't do anything. Those are the questions that's being asked by the parents. In fact, one of the things that I always ask is, what will happen to my son moving forward if ever he grows up or if I die? Looking at the problem, we thought of a solution.
We want Milo, a speech learning development app system, to be accessible to as many Filipinos, to as many parents as possible. It uses the video streaming platform. So it is like the Netflix of learning for children. What we want is from a non-verbal child to go verbal from 0 to 1. We have videos. It's basically a series of words, the most basic words that they need to learn, so that they can just communicate. So this is Noah, Vince's son.
Say.
Wayne.
The wave. Paano wave? Wave. Wave.
We've presented this program to several parents, and everyone, when we asked them, are you willing to subscribe to this? And they all said yes. But what's more special is what they said after. They said yes, whatever it takes. Now I'm gonna ask you, I ask myself, what brand do you know will you get whatever it takes? So anyway, we are Milo, and we'd like to invite you to be part of saving 1.2 million children and growing, to go from 0 to 1. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I'll go first, okay? Great pitch. The topic of autism is personal to so many people. And the addressable market of 1.2 million, if you talk to them, they get it. The concern I have now, wearing my business hat, I struggle with the value capture. How will you make money moving forward? The scaling part, it's tough. So one way that I may suggest is you can also, and maybe you've explored, partnered with other health apps. Have you explored that?
Yes. Collaboration is one of the things that we're looking at, especially for bigger guys.
If I may. So first of all, I thought it was a really convincing pitch. I love the way that what you're proposing is based on data and evidence and research. You've clearly done your homework, and I think that's really convincing. I think the personal angle is really powerful as well, and Noah's very lucky to have a dad like you, Vince. I think I was very touched by that story. And perhaps just building on the point that, that Henry was making on collaboration, it need not just be with health apps in the Philippines, right? Perhaps one thing that could also be of interest to you is that connection with other partners, not just in the Philippines, but beyond, because through social media like Facebook or otherwise, ultimately the sky's the limit in terms of your potential reach.
We have already talked to influencers and some celebrities. And you know what they said? When you're ready, let's go. You don't have to pay us.
To date, we have 5 celebrities. I will not tell you that their names, but they're as big can get.
For us, I think everything is falling into place.
So is this just app-based or web-based?
We're not a big company so far. We're trying to be focused as of the moment. So we decided to focus on an app first. Is there a question of a web development? Yes. If we have the capacity already, we will work on it.
I like what you guys are doing because it captures the spirit of being an entrepreneur. You have a problem that you're feeling personally. You know other people are going through it also. So what did you do? Instead of looking for someone else to handle it for you, you tried to create a solution for yourself and for others. And I think that's admirable in and of itself. We need more of that kind of spirit in the Philippines. So I want to see you succeed. Competitors. I didn't see a competitor analysis in your presentation. What's out there?
There is a company right now in the United States called Gemini Learning. Gemini is doing very well in the United States, but it cannot be adopted because, first of all, it's a subscription of that is $99 a month. Of course, it's very westernized. Even the words that we shout, we've included, for example, in the Philippines, this is flying kiss, right? In other countries, it's blowing a kiss. So even those words need to be placed in a Filipino setting, in a Filipino context.
But very quickly, you have a lot of Filipinos overseas as well. Huge diaspora in the States, in the UK and elsewhere. So point well taken on the language point. Although it wouldn't be necessarily huge amounts of work to change the blowing a kiss and the tatay and the nanay. So the market is, I do believe, outside of the Philippines, even if you
English
stick
is the
to...
universal language that connects us. Yeah.
It's possible, but we take it one step at a time.
Thank you very much, for giving us the opportunity.
Thank you, Investor Judges. Thank you.
This first one is very tough for me. As a parent, hands down, I'd say yes. But I have concerns with the size of the business that they're trying to address.
What they did not present really is the potential of this to become a global, endeavor, right? So I mean, they can tap other markets and other countries. That one they did not touch on. So it was just in the conversations that it kind of appeared.
And whatever happens, collaboration-wise, I'll throw in my support to help them collaborate with any and everyone who wants to help them out.
Yeah, I'm interested to find out who the 5 celebrities are, though.
6 if you include yourself.
I like this panel. I like this panel.
Next time on the final pitch, day 1 of the initial pitches continues.
This is a lot of OPEX.
The only problem I have is the supply issue.
I don't fully buy that there's a supply issue. I think it's a very simple solution to a very big problem.
I have a secret. I'm not wearing bra.
I am not sure whether a 700 peso shirt would be affordable as a pambahay.